Who is it?
It's the police.
May we have a word with you, Professor?
I don't think you ought to.
That would make them think. Not very good for you, my friend.
Come in.
One wrong word and I'll...
Don't worry. Come in.
Professor, have you been aware of anything strange happening?
Strange? No, why?
Do you remember hearing about those girls that have been killed?
I believe so.
We captured the killer, but he broke away before we could jail him. And we think he's hidden himself round here.
Did you say the murderer of those girls?
He's been identified. He's a dangerous maniac. Can we look out in your garden, sir?
Help yourself, of course.
Thank you. Good night, sir.
Good night. The girl killer, eh? Is that what they call you?
Don't you read the papers?
Of course. But just the financial section.
No, thanks. Yes, I've murdered 4 beautiful girls. At least the papers seem convinced of that. Ah, you're going away.
Tomorrow morning. Or rather, I meant to.
You'll leave tomorrow morning, all right. But with me.
Sit down. I'd say you're just wasting time. Criminals always wind up caught.
I'm not a criminal.
Yes, but the police are still after you. You'll find every door closed.
Don't be sure. For someone like me, there are 1,000 open doors.
I'm sorry, I don't believe that.
For example, pushing dope is good.
Selling dope. I wonder if you know the meaning of that word. Apropos, I'd like to tell you a little story. There's hours to go.
Please?
It was Vienna, October 1st.
I'm sure, but we'll catch up with him. I think so too. Can I help you?
You're not David Porter.
No, I'm not.
I'd like to speak to him.
I'm sorry, but I believe you've made a mistake.
No, I haven't. I'd like to see Mr. Porter.
But there is no Mr. Porter here.
Yes, there is. I knew if I'd telephoned, he wouldn't speak with me. So I've come directly. I'll wait right here while you ask if he'll see me.
But
It won't do any good.
I think you're right, miss. But I'll ask. Excuse me. If I ask him, he'll say no.
I'm stubborn, too.
I got that impression. Won't you come in?
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. There's a young lady to see you.
Don't talk nonsense. Send her away.
I can't, sir. She's here.
Where?
Here.
Who the devil are you?
You're David Porter.
Is that what you came here to tell me?
I'm Monique Carrar.
Oh, how'd you do? Now, Carl, will you show the young lady out and then come back and tell me why you showed her in?
He let me in because I insisted.
That is no reason.
I came to talk to you.
Carl,
Yes, sir?
you're fired.
Yes, sir.
And now show the lady out.
I can't, sir. I'm unemployed. Would you care for a drink, Miss Carrar?
No, thank you.
Sherry, perhaps?
Oh, yes, that would be very nice.
Please sit down.
I'm sure you're wondering why I've come.
No.
Tell me why you've come. Perhaps I can help you.
I've come to see you because my brother was murdered 3 days ago.
We are terribly sorry to hear that. How did it happen? And why? Tell us.
2 months ago, the Italian and French police were after a group of dope smugglers. They arrested them, but they never traced the men who actually received the money. My brother tried to do it. He was a journalist. He traced the money from the Middle East to Rome, to Geneva, and finally here to Vienna. 3 days ago, he was run over by a car. The police have said it was an accident.
Do you have any idea who your brother met here? Where he went?
I know everything he did and everyone he spoke to. He kept notes on everything. I have them with me.
Wonderful. Then it should only be necessary to go back over his tracks, trace his footsteps, so to speak, until we find the men who murdered him. Don't you agree, sir?
No.
Of course, it's dangerous. It might give the same men the same motive to murder again.
I know. But I have money, and I'm willing to pay whatever you want to find the men who killed my brother. Will you try, Mr. Porter?
No, Miss Carrar, I will not try. Naturally, I'm very sorry about the death of your brother, but I'm not interested in him or dope smugglers. I suggest that you accept the police verdict that it was an unfortunate accident and let the matter drop. You are not equipped to investigate, and I'm going to bed. I'm sorry.
I understand.
So,
Goodbye, Mr. Porter.
goodbye.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, no, not again.
I didn't want to come back. He insisted.
May I speak to you for a moment, privately, sir?
Why?
Privately, sir.
Please excuse us.
Excuse us.
Of course.
If they're following her, then she's in trouble. And if she wasn't in trouble before, now that they know she's seen you, I'm only saying what you've already thought yourself.
Your brother's papers?
Yes,
Well, may I see them?
of course.
Thank you. Well, you can keep those.
But these are just the last 24 hours of the report.
That's right.
But you can't ignore all the rest. Something had to lead up to the incident that caused my brother's death.
Exactly. It led up to the incident. I'm interested in the incident itself. Now, the answer's on this last page. Now, let's see. Kaganovich. Serge Kaganovich. Yeah, we'll start with him. Must be 2 years since I've seen Serge. He'll be pleased to see me.
Last time he broke his clavicle trying to get away from you.
Serge is nervous.
My brother's note on Kaganovich says no information, dead end.
Your brother was also murdered, which meant that he made mistakes.
My brother was an excellent judge of people.
Kaganovich is ruthless, without scruples or morals, and one of that rare breed that successfully live entirely outside the law. Now, I'm sure there's more here than just no information, dead end.
I guess I have to trust your judgment on this. There would be no point in coming to you if I didn't.
Why did you come to me? Who told you about me?
My brother planned to see you. He had even written a note on you.
Oh, really? What did he say?
He said you were ruthless, without scruples or morals, and one of the rare breed that successfully lives completely outside the law.
You're right. He was an excellent judge of people.
Rien ne va plus. 7. Rouge, impair et manque. S'il vous plaît, monsieur.
Bonsoir, simple en plein. Thank you very much for the personal.
Mr. Kaganovich is not in his office.
Is that what he told you to tell me?
Yeah, and also to throw you out.
Then I have no choice.
That's right.
Keep these for me. I'll be back.
No, you won't.
You never know when two feuding families come together. Have you ever heard of Romeo and Juliet?
Who are they?
Well, they're a dance team. They're very popular.
I never saw them. I don't get a chance to get out much at that.
Serge, I haven't come here to rob the safe.
I told Hans to throw you out.
He didn't.
What do you want?
Just conversation.
What about?
About a young journalist called Carrère, who spoke to you the night before he died.
Never saw him.
Sergei.
All right, we spoke for 2 minutes and then he left.
That's better. Now, what did you talk about in those 2 minutes?
He wanted to know about private gambling casinos and how they run.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Try again.
Why should I talk to you at all?
Because you want me to leave, and that's the quickest way to get rid of me.
I'm not answering your questions. And you leave whenever I tell you to.
Now, don't get carried away, Ducky, just because your army walked in. The other one didn't do too well, you know.
His gun is pointing right at your head.
May I lean forward to use the ashtray, or should I use the carpet?
Use the ashtray. I don't like a dirty carpet.
That's a sign that your mother brought you up properly. You did at least know who your mother was, huh? Now, I have you, and you have me, and it all sounds so cozy, doesn't it? Now, tell me what you told him.
Let me take him off.
Don't make a move. Understand? Not a move.
Now.
All right. He told me about the dope smuggled from the east. And then the money channel. Back through Vienna to the source. He was looking for the last link here.
And what did you tell him?
I told him I never heard of it. But if it did exist, I would suspect him. Because he's got the kind of job that gives him the license to travel anywhere he wants, and no questions asked. And that's the kind of job it is. He laughed at me when I said that.
And you said it because you knew there was a journalist here in Vienna whom you suspected. So you planted the seed in his mind.
And it worked.
Who is he?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I know where to look now, and I'll find him. I'll cut myself in.
Serge, where would you start to look?
You can't make me tell you.
Oh, yes, I can.
He'll kill you first.
Not first, after you.
There's a newspaperman's hangout called Café Sperl. I don't know who the link is, but you'll find him there.
Thank you, Serge. Now, tell me to stand up, turn around, and put my hands in the air.
You want me to say that?
Mm-hmm. In that order.
All right. Stand up.
Yes, sir.
Turn around.
You were very cooperative.
Go after him. Both of you.
Want us to bring him back?
I don't want him to find that man before I do. Stop him. If you have to, kill him.
Peter?
Oh, ja. Jawohl.
Danke.
Bitte schön, mein Herr.
What happened to the man who came out just now?
What man? Look. Which taxi, Father?
I've no idea. Let's follow one of them.
All right, let's follow that one.
David, how wonderful. Why didn't you let me know you were coming?
I thought I'd surprise you, darling, huh?
Oh, please excuse the way the place looks.
Oh.
My hair.
Oh, it's lovely.
I have to pick myself up. Please make yourself a drink.
Thank you. May I use the telephone?
Of course. I'll only be a minute.
Take your time. Take your time.
It must be 6 months since I last saw you.
Oh, it seems much, much longer.
You're lying, but I don't care. I would like it better if you gave me a little advance notice.
Well, I would have done, but I suddenly thought of you. I was too carried away by passion to even call.
I believe you.
Yes, I thought you would.
I was in Paris last week.
Where?
In Paris. Just got back yesterday. That's why the place is a mess. Have you been in Vienna all this time? I said, have you been in...
Hi. David. Yeah, I got a job for you. You know this character Kaganovich? Well, I want you to get over to the Cafe Spur. Let me know if you see him or any of his marbles. All right, you do that, huh? I'll be here. All right.
David.
Well, you look... You know, you're different. What have you done?
My hair.
Of course, you were blonde before. I adored you blonde.
Oh, tu n'aimes pas comme ça.
Oh, yes, I like you like that. I like you blonde. I like you brunette. I like everything at all. Mwah. That's for me. Yep. Yes? Good. Right. Jolly good. Okay. Ah, you're adorable. Oh, I love your perfume.
I thought you would.
Do you mind if I use the phone again?
Of course
Just
not.
once more. You know you're sweet. Absolutely sweet.
Why did you wait 6 months?
You really want me to tell you?
Yes.
Well, it was because... Carl, I want you to meet... I want you to meet me in a little place called the Cafe Spur.
Yes, sir. Yes. Number? Just a moment. 770... Dupendorfer Straße? Yes? 7? Do you think it's safe for Miss Carrar to leave the house?
Oh, I'm sure she'll be safe with you.
Thank you, sir. Should I take the gun?
No, certainly not. You'll shoot yourself.
Oh, I wouldn't put any bullets in it. I wouldn't put any bullets in it, just in case I had to bluff someone.
You'll faint.
You're right, sir, I would. I'll come as quickly as possible.
You know, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's terrible of me.
What is?
Dropping in on you like this. No warning. I've been cruel and inconsiderate.
I forgive you.
Oh, you're a darling. But I don't forgive myself. Next time, I'll call. And it won't be 6 months.
Where are you going?
Out.
Out where?
Outside.
But...
Don't say it. And you were right. Your hair...
Very nice little place. Cozy. Guten Abend, die Herrschaften. Was darf ich bringen?
I think I'd take a sherry.
Beer. Ja.
Make that two. Huh? Hello.
How is Kaganovich?
Oh, he was fine. I sent you his note.
That's sweet.
Did you find out anything?
You're very close to your brother, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
You knew all his friends?
I knew all of his close friends. Of course, he traveled a great deal and knew many people all over the world.
Of course.
Is there something special about this restaurant?
No, it's just a hangout for artists and journalists.
You mean my brother used to come here?
Mm-hmm. He was here the night he was killed.
Why did you want me to come here?
In a few moments, a man will come through that door. He's a journalist based here in Vienna, and he's one of your brother's closest friends. And he was the one who killed him.
Do I know him?
Oh, yes.
What's his name?
I don't know.
What does he look like?
I don't know. I've never seen him.
Have you made an appointment with him?
No. That's why you're here. Because you will recognize him.
I just don't understand.
Cigarette?
Why are you so certain that there is such a man and that he'll be here?
He'll be here.
Monique! Monique!
Good.
How incredible. I was just trying to call you in Paris.
I came back yesterday.
I would like to tell you how sorry I was about your brother. We just had a drink together before.
Just about this time.
Yes.
Let me introduce you. Kurt Waldeck, Mr. Porter, Mr.
Go.
Mr. Waldeck is a journalist and one of my brother's closest friends.
How do you do?
You're Mr. David Porter, aren't you?
That's right.
I've heard a great deal about you.
Have you really? Well, then we should discuss what you heard about me.
I'd like to sometime.
Let's do it now.
Right now?
Why not? Miss Carra and Carl were just leaving, and I was going for a walk. We could walk together.
I think we'd better leave. We might miss the phone call.
I think you're right.
Nice meeting you, Mr. Valdeck. Very nice.
You did that rather crudely, Mr. Porter.
No. I wanted you to know that I was sending him away.
Why?
So that we could have our little walk and talk.
All right. I'll just tell a friend of mine. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we've never met, Mr. Porter, I got the impression that you were somehow waiting for me to come in tonight.
I was.
I don't understand.
Well, let's start with your close friend and colleague, Miss Carra's brother.
What about him?
Well, we both know that he was the real smuggler, The link that he was pretending to search for.
What do you know about him?
Oh, come on. I've known about it, and of course you've known about it for a long time.
Why are you so sure about this?
Well, there are two obvious reasons. First, the incredible success he had in tracing his suspects from East to Rome, Rome to Geneva, Geneva to Vienna, and all in just a few weeks. No. It was all too easy and too fast. Unless, of course, he knew in advance exactly where to go, exactly where to look.
It does sound a bit suspicious, but certainly not conclusive.
Certainly not. The conclusive point was that he lied in his own notes.
How?
Serge Gurganovich described the man to him exactly, even to his type and profession, and where to look for him. Well, the description became far too close, so he wrote on his report, no information, dead end. Now, an intelligent man like Carrere doesn't lie in his own reports, not unless he has a very good reason to do so.
You make an interesting case, Mr. Porter. But why do you believe that I would know anything about it?
Now, you and I know that Carrere had an accomplice.
We do?
Of course. And I think the accomplice murdered him. Now, you're in that restaurant every night. You're far too clever to suddenly stop going. People might talk. And he was killed on this street, just around the corner from that restaurant.
I'm only glad that my brother never realized his closest friend was a criminal. And what you did in just a few hours tonight, it was genius.
Oh, please. You're very kind. But there's just one thing I don't understand. Why did your friend have you followed here?
He didn't.
Oh, of course you don't know about it. But the only reason that I became involved was because Carl saw this man standing across the street who'd obviously followed you here.
Yes, I know. I hired him to do that.
You hired him? She hired him. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. There never was a detective that smart.
At any rate, my friend, it doesn't do to get mixed up with drugs.
Professor, I have to say I'm not impressed by your little warning.
Well, that's really too bad.
Hey, stop! What are you doing?
A drop of whiskey wouldn't do us any harm. take it easy. There's still a lot of time before dawn.
Let's hear another story.
Of course. What?
A funny one, huh?
You have heard about the Secret Service. Well, they're funnier than most of us would think. I'll give you an example.
I signori passeggeri sono pregati di recarsi al varco numero 12. Air France announces the departure of its flight number 114 to Paris. Will all passengers kindly proceed to gate number 12?
Good afternoon.
A very good afternoon. Sunglasses?
I am Father Ulrich. I think there was a record left in my name. How much?
It's been paid.
Is there a listening booth?
Yes, it's open.
Thank you.
If you are still alive and can hear my voice, congratulations, Monsieur Brice.
Merci beaucoup.
Now then, all you have left to do is to consign the material to me. Go into the restroom upstairs. Look in the roll of hand toweling. You will find a map indicating where you are to proceed. If anything should happen to you, destroy both map and documents before death. You will probably run into the notorious Chico gang. Monsieur Brice, in the name of all peace-loving human beings, thank you. One moment. Immediately eat this record. Huh? Oh, yes, I forget. It's made of spaghetti.
You like it?
Yes, delicious in fact.
Taxi, signore.
No thanks. Stop the cab. Who do you work for?
For the CE.
See, huh? Counter-espionage.
But, sir, I don't know what you're talking about. Please, put away that rifle. I'm a poor man with a family. I work for Cab Enterprises.
Then I think you should go to the turnoff we just passed and take the other road.
Mister, I know that that way is shorter. It's just that here there aren't as many cars.
The other one is my street.
Whatever you say, sir. Me li ammazzo.
Careful now, kiddies. Just one false move and you're all dead. Oh, so sorry.
He's bluffing. Go on.
We are in Rome, Italy, not Hong Kong.
Hey, but who's going to pay for the damage to my cab, mannaggia la miseria porca?
Why don't you put on his beret?
Oh, no. I don't look good in hats.
You are simpatico.
I'm sorry.
Yes, indeed. Extremely simpatico.
You must be a connoisseur, huh?
But you can't leave me out here. It's too late.
Taxi!
Oh, come on. Gigi, Gigi.
Please, driver, can you just push her a little bit faster? I've got to be in downtown Rome in as little time as possible, and Hold on there.
I'm sorry, Mr. Brees. The car doors are blocked shut, and all the glass is completely bulletproof.
Eat him. Proof, yes, sir.
Yes?
Bring now Transviver.
Huh?
Where are the documents? I said, where are the documents? Well, Mr. Brees, will you speak? In my country, they say night brings repentance with her. If you decide to speak, let me know. Otherwise, tomorrow at 11 o'clock, I'll kill you myself, Trajan.
Come over here and get my coat. Press the second button on the left sleeve.
You're not very smart.
Enough joking. Come on.
Stop! Stop! Hey, are you crazy? You could get killed.
Please help. There's a man in that pit, please.
Oh.
There he is.
There's no one there.
Now there is. What's your name?
Linda. You see, they kidnapped me and brought me to the castle. They tied me up and put a gag in my mouth without telling me why. Are we going to the police?
Not now. Excuse me, where is the Cab Enterprises office?
On Via Fidene, center of town.
Via Fidene.
I know where it is.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, I'm sorry, signore. You cannot stop here. This garage is reserved for taxis. No stopping here, signore.
Oh? Why?
I just told you, signore. This is reserved for taxis only.
Oh, it's reserved, eh?
Yes.
I see. The power of money. Linda!
Thank you, Mr. Brice, for your collaboration.
Not at all.
Shall I take care of him?
He's not worth the trouble. He's too stupid. He can't bother us any longer.
Why run? It's easier to catch them in the car. Get it. Linda. Linda. Imbecile, that's how they were able to follow. Linda. Linda. Answer me.
Where are the bandits?
We lost them. They disappeared.
But who are you?
A secret agent who's a little stupid.
You mean like James Bond?
In a certain way. But right now I'm as hungry as a bear. Let's go have a bite somewhere, huh?
But if those documents are so important, why are you wasting time?
They have the documents, but not the code.
Ah, the cipher. You know something? I'm hungry too now.
A table for two.
Of course, sir. Over here.
We want some good red Bordeaux and a full wagon load of food.
Very good, sir.
Shall we dance?
Sure. And what about the code? You know it by heart?
Of course. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't matter. I like to travel. Man muss ihn nur wissen.
Blank. Blank.
Blank.
Blank.
Blank.
You are a scientist. Discover code.
You wake up the children. I am scientist, not witch doctor.
Oh, it's our friend.
Excuse me, dear. I'll go take care of him. Monsieur Brice?
This place is no fun. Let's go someplace a little quieter. Come on. Oh, excuse me a minute.
Oh. He's so simpatico. Chichi, oh. Chichi, mon cher.
I've re-established contact.
The baby!
But if the pages are blank...
It's very simple. But if you don't know how to make the writing appear, you could spend a lifetime trying to find out.
So, what do you have to do?
You really want to know, don't you? Well, you do like this.
Mamma mia.
Bouge, moi. The most interesting part, too.
Pour water on the papers and light them with the light that's blue. And you can read the phosphorescence.
Is the bar? Will you send 34 sandwiches up to the professors?
Poor, starving child.
Whither thou goest, me too.
wet them and read them through a blue light.
You've done well. You will be rewarded. Now return to work. I told you it would turn out to be something simple, you old fool.
Beauty, it must be the bar.
You're not lying. It is black, no?
Have you tried using a little vinegar? Stand back. I'm not joking. One false move and you're dead. This is nitroglycerin.
Go on. Give me the rib. Go on. But Professor, do something.
I haven't got enough room.
No.
All you, let's go. Now.
Sorry about that, right? May I use your car a minute?
Call Operations Center. Tell them to send us some help.
Get after him.
He's going out of town, northeast. He's passing in front of you.
This has got to be it.
Welcome, Monsieur Brice. Come ahead.
Well, which way? There?
That's right, Monsieur Brice.
Here I am. Sir, mission accomplished. I believe we've already met.
A nodding acquaintance, yes. You were to deliver the documents, Monsieur Brice.
Well, I weathered all the complications I had. So, here they are.
You see? Last night I was trying to tell you that the mission was already over. And it was useless to go running around after these stupid papers. Unfortunately, you went to a lot of useless trouble. The real documents are already in my possession.
Glad to hear it. But who was it who brought them?
I did.
And what's your rank?
For the moment, just 1-0.
Don't you think she deserves about 2 of them?
For example, here is my other trusted agent.
Forgive me, chérie. These don't belong to you. And these look very bad on you. So does this.
You see, Chichi, they know each other.
You're right. It's been a woman's world forever. But just for their specialties.
That was pretty stupid. Maybe you'll die for that.
Don't talk nonsense. Why don't you go to the police? Get a good lawyer to defend you.
No. I'll furnish my own proofs. But not in this country. You must know a good detective in America.
Yes, but of course.
You do know an agency in America. Isn't that right?
Well, yeah.
Where?
Los Angeles.
What cases have they solved? Famous ones. I'd like to hear.
Well, one day, a few miles south of San Francisco, they found these bodies.
They were drugged, and then they were drowned. Someone dumped them. These 2 girls never went swimming.
Hi, Glenn.
Hi, Brad. Who would want to kill 2 barmaids like that? Can't have been watering the drinks.
It's a nasty business,
Yeah.
but it's not your line.
Tot, da gibt's nichts mehr zu verdienen für einen Privatdetektiv.
I know. Just my luck. My first day on the beach in months, I walk into trouble and there's no business in it for Sunvale Investigations.
Right. Now you'd better beat it. Let me get on with the job. Say.
Yeah?
How did you know they were barmaids?
I know all the barmaids in the city, if they're worth knowing. These poor kids worked at the Flamingo. That's all I know.
Hi, Glenn.
Hi, Mary.
What happened? Did they pass out just looking at you?
It's a shame. A couple of pretty girls went out swimming too far.
Can you tell us about it?
I don't know. I gotta go.
Are you going to the party tonight at the riverboat?
Oh, sure. But you have my permission to talk to other fellas if I don't show up. Bye.
If he was as nice as he is handsome, I'd give up the world for him.
He's got a sense of humor like an old corkscrew, doesn't he, Mary? I don't know what you mean. I just went up to his place a couple of times, that's all.
Oh, I know if you were crazy about him.
I wouldn't want to go steady with a private investigator anyway. They get called out at night too often. At the wrong times.
Listen to me. Police or not, you follow up this case. It could have something to do with a telephone call I got this morning from a certain Nellie Small.
Nellie Small. She works at the Flamingo, doesn't she?
Right. Was she one of the dead girls?
No. But just because she wasn't doesn't mean something won't happen to her.
Didn't the doctor say the girls had been dead for 8 hours?
That's right.
Well, Nellie Small called 3 hours ago. I was out of the office, so I didn't talk to her personally.
Okay, I'll check on it. What's her address?
15 Harborside Road, near the docks.
Okay, out.
You all right?
Yes. He tried to kill me, too.
Why?
Because we knew something about a murder. He talked about it when he was drunk.
Who is he?
His name is Ray Johnson. Was my boyfriend. The two-timer. I thought I could make some money out of it. That's why I called Sunvale Investigations.
Brendan. Brendan. It's a guy named Ray Johnson. He just tried to give me a large orange juice.
Stop kidding, Glenn. If it's Ray Johnson, watch your step. He plays rough.
So do I. I'm gonna give him a kick in the jaw.
Leave your transmitter on and don't get cornered.
This is private property, mister, and not a parking lot.
Better call the police. I'm after a killer.
Anybody can make up stories.
Don't fool around with me, friend. I'm a special agent.
No tricks, mister.
Sorry, chum. Don't hold it against me. All right, Johnson, give up. In exactly 3 minutes, this place will be swarming with cops. Make it easy for yourself.
out!
I'm gonna break every bone in your body. I'm gonna fix you the way you fixed those girls.
No, wait, I didn't. I didn't know they were going after the other girls. Wait a minute, I'll tell you everything.
All right. Start singing. They're going to sing songs to you in the morgue tonight.
Well, look, Nellie got jealous because she saw me with this Brazilian girl, and I went up to see this.
They paid Johnson to kill President Santana in Rio de Janeiro day after tomorrow. And when they found out that Nellie had been telling her girlfriends about it, they filled them full of morphine and took them for a swim.
I guess so. They've gone without leaving a trace. I suppose they returned to Brazil and left it to Johnson to shut up his girlfriend. Must be paying him a lot.
And Johnson says he's never met them personally.
Yes, I believe him. These boys don't like connections that kick back. They must have contacted Johnson through another channel. That's good whiskey.
But why would they choose a guy like Johnson?
Well, you can always hire a killer at the right price. Being a foreigner there, he has no axe to grind, no motive. Pulls the trigger, disappears. The big boys never come out in the open.
And his orders are to arrive in Rio tomorrow morning as Mr. Field. They'll contact him in the hotel. Oh, and another thing. The password is, the festa starts at 12 o'clock sharp. Then he'll wait for further instructions. He'll have brought a rifle equipped with a telescopic sight. And then just a little shot in the middle of the carnival.
Yeah, and with all that racket going on, no one would notice. He'd just disappear in the crowd.
And the Brazilians are without a president. What do? Call the police?
Harry, don't be foolish. If we did, they'd get somebody else.
I get the idea you wouldn't mind going to Brazil to learn how to do the samba.
Right, I've got a brilliant boss.
It'll have to be you. But be careful you don't run up too big a bill for fruit juice, boy.
Well, nobody ever died young from drinking whiskey. Really now, let me take Johnson's place. I've got his phony passport and all his papers.
What if they know Johnson's face?
Deal with me, that's all, and I can still save the president's life. If it turns out to be a false alarm, I'll clear out. I'll still have seen Copacabana Beach, right?
It's a risky thing, Glenn. We don't want to get mixed up in politics.
What do you care about politics? You ought to make a lot of money saving a president's life.
You've sold me. I'll book you on the next flight to Rio, but buy your whiskey in the duty-free shop.
Suite 30, sir. We'll send up your luggage.
Thank you. Any messages for me?
I don't think so, but I'll ask my assistant to make sure. Denise, is there anything for Mr. Field?
I'm sorry, but there's no message for you, Mr. Field.
Merci, mademoiselle. Bad news isn't so hard to take when it comes from such a lovely messenger.
Ah, vous parlez français?
No, I'm sorry, but I knew you were French from your charming accent.
You spotted me. I'm Parisian. By the way, my name is Denise.
That's nice. Now, Denise, if a message comes, let me know right away, won't you?
But of course I will, Monsieur Field.
Don't keep looking at me like that. It's bad for my heart.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, we don't want a heart attack. That would be a shame. What? Absolutely. Believe me, madame, I didn't mean you. I was speaking to my doctor. Oui, madame. Un moment. Any mail for Madame Breton?
No.
No, there isn't, madame. I'm sorry. Au revoir. Monsieur Field, you're confusing me.
You're on duty, Denise.
Oh, you're right. Au revoir, Monsieur Field.
Au revoir. Does the fiesta begin at 12 o'clock sharp?
What fiesta? Oh, our carnival. We're right in the middle of it, sir.
Thanks. Hello?
Hello, this is Denise.
Hello, Denise.
I have a call for you.
Ask him to hold on a minute. Hello?
Mr. Field,
Yes?
enjoy your trip down?
Yes, thank you. I had a good flight.
Do you know when the fiesta begins?
The fiesta begins at 12 o'clock sharp.
That's enough. Don't talk anymore. They might be listening.
All right.
This is the head of the operation. I've got new orders for you. Go to Mirante Santa Marta. There you will meet a certain Gomez who will give you further details.
Does he know what I look like?
No. Tell me.
Well, I'm blonde. King size. I'll be wearing a gray suit, brown shoes instead of black, smoking a cigarette. Enough?
Be there in a half hour.
Okay, right.
Mr. Field?
Senor Gomez?
When does the fiesta start?
The fiesta starts at 12 o'clock sharp.
That's when it used to start. But we had to change it. We had to advance the time so that we could reduce the risk.
I'm not prepared for that.
You took our money, Mr. Field. I'm sure you want the rest.
About my personal security.
We took care of that. There will be a big fireworks display at 10 o'clock. The president will be on the balcony of his palace to watch. Couldn't have picked a better spot.
Ah, well, where will I be?
At a skyscraper window. From there you have the best view and the precision rifle. The shots will be muffled by the noise of the fireworks. You will be out of the city before they can cordon it off.
It'll create a hell of a panic.
Don't worry, Mr. Field. We've taken care of your transportation.
Look, I've got to talk to the boss first. I've got to warn him. Something happened in San Francisco, and the Secret Service may be on us.
He never appears in person. Our organization protects itself by go-betweens. What happened? Tell me and I'll pass on the information.
Senor Gomez, I also have to protect myself. My information can't be passed along second-hand. I'll have to go and talk to the boss himself.
All right.
Let's go.
No, Mr. Field. I'll have some associates take you to the meeting place. Costa, Pablo.
Let's go. And for your information, we carry guns and we know how to use them.
Fine, put that thing away. Nice cozy place you've got here. When do you expect the boss?
He's here already. You wanted to tell me something urgent?
Yes, but in private.
I have no secrets from my friends here.
Maybe. But something bad happened to some girls in California. And I'm worried that the police may be watching.
I heard something went wrong. So what? We're organizing a revolution. You can't make an omelet without breaking eggs.
Well, that's fine, but I'm worried about the police. They're a little too close for comfort.
We knew you were clever, Mr. Johnson. That's why we picked you. Oh, by the way, may I see your papers? Don't worry. They're just security-minded. Made out in the name of James Field. Fine. Now, let me have your half of the $10 bill I sent you, so I can match it to my half.
Oh, that? Well, I left mine in my hotel. I thought we'd be meeting there.
Don't move. I never sent Johnson half of any $10 bill. You've slipped up, my friend. Hands in the air.
Congratulations. It was simple, but it worked.
Now, who are you?
A friend of Ray's. Ray couldn't make it, so he sent me. I was going to tell you that when I wanted to speak to you in private, but...
Gomez. See if he has a gun.
Get him!
Your father really should come now. He's expected to be at the fireworks. It's an official function.
He'll be here. Why are you so nervous?
He's quite right. After all, you must realize that his main duty is to keep the president on time.
For important functions, that is, to your health.
Thank you.
Police headquarters, quick.
Please, it's only fireworks. Don't worry about him.
But it's extremely important that he appears tonight. It's nearly 10.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. How nice to see you again.
I'm flattered you remember me, Excellency.
Your Excellency. Please, it's almost time. The people are expecting you. You know, the fireworks.
Stop where you are. Your Excellency, don't move.
Why? The President is late.
Get back, Your Excellency.
What are you doing? Who are you?
You'd better ask your chief of police.
There is to be an attempt on your life, Excellency. This man has the proof.
This is ridiculous. The man's a lunatic. Should be locked up. But let's hear his story. What are his proofs?
I think I've heard that voice before. What do you think this is? It's your cufflink. You want it back?
Excellency, can we put an end to this little wild comedy? Order this man's arrest and have him taken away.
You think it's nonsense? Well, listen to this.
This is the head of the operation. I've got new orders for you. Go to Mirante Santa Marta. There you will meet a certain Gomez.
Or this.
So what? We're organizing a revolution. You can't make an omelet without breaking eggs.
Pesañas, your voice, traitor.
Here, take him. He'll look good in front of a firing squad.
Your Excellency, could I have a large double scotch?
Up on your feet. Over there. Move. Hurry. Start writing. I confess.
I confess.
To having killed Kitty Saunders.
Having killed Kitty Saunders.
Selma Lee and the sisters
Selma Lee.
Rosemary and Frances Morton.
Frances Morton.
To having drugged them and thrown them into the water.
To having drugged them and thrown them into the water.
Professor Orden, I declare you under arrest for quadruple murder. It would have been rather foolish of me to leave real bullets in that gun, wouldn't it? Your little stories gave you away. Kitty Saunders was run over and killed by a truck. And only the killer could have known that Selma Lee had not been drowned but been poisoned.
Thanks, Inspector White. That'll convict him.
Anyway, I have his entire confession here on tape. Listen.
I confess.
I confess.
To having killed Kitty Saunders.
Having killed Kitty Saunders.
Selma Lee and the sisters
Selma Lee.
Rosemary and Frances Morton.
Well, that saves us a job.